sorry about that. The battery seems to have cut out. But anyway, I fixed a few bugs in the BIOS. One to do with terminal program that I was able to connect two BBSs with. Remember those days. But we'll get onto that later. Also, well, I spent a hell of a lot of money upgrading this thing. I bought a floppy disk drive, the 3.5-inch discs that you see in computers these days. This drive cost me $400. Okay, electronic one by Apple. Okay, you can't get the disk out because it's not powered up. Apple is smart. Forget it. Okay. Now the disk that's in here was my work disk. This was like a hard disk in those days. Okay, this computer comes with 128K memory. I upgraded it to about a meg, 1 megabyte of memory, which was overkill for what I was doing with it. You know, and anything you could do with an Apple II, really. 1 megahertz machine, 1 megabyte, and 800K floppy. Beauty. Anyway, this machine I've got across here, which we're going to get onto, I worked out the other day, it's equivalent to 4,000 of these. 4,000, you know, in terms of computing power. You know, it's a 4,000 plus AMD something, whatever. But anyway, what next? Okay, this drive, modem. This was a brilliant little modem, 2400 baud. Okay, what's great about this modem is that it was a kit modem. Okay, it cost me $400. Okay, and it has its own programming language in it. Okay, you know, I went to the library and got a manual on it and programmed it to dial the BBSs while I played games on the computer. You know, you couldn't get onto BBSs in those days. You know, you dial the number and you'd be busy. So I programmed it to do that. You know. Anyway, Apple decided in 1990 or something. Apple decided they weren't going to make any of these anymore. Okay, that was a bad thing because Apple's the kind of company that absolutely hated clones. Okay, which means that Apple was the only company producing this. Okay, and if Apple decides that this computer is not going to be made anymore, then you know the computer's not going to be made anymore. Okay, so their answer to that was buy a Macintosh, and I thought, fuck Apple. You know, to this day I still don't like Apple. You know, because they're the kind of company that has absolutely no respect for their customers. You know, that their attitude is you spend money. You spend money. As long as you keep spending money, you know, everything will be fine by you. You know, we'll make sure you're right, man. And if you don't like that, tough. Okay. Now, so anyway, I looked around. Couldn't find another computer to upgrade to. And turned to the trusty IBM PC clone. You see over here, this particular one, in fact. That was I bought that one in 1991 or something, and it's not the exact same box. I've just kept on upgrading it. Okay. I don't think there's a single component in there from the original, and I think from memory it has like 40 megabytes of RAM, a couple of gig hard disks, which wasn't original, of course. It was 40 megabytes of disk space back in those days, and I spent $4,000 on this. I was working by that time. Okay, and I stopped upgrading it in about 95 or something. It started out being a 486 SX25, and now it's a 486-66 with a couple of gig hard drive space. It's still happily running Linux, I might add. You know, I still use it. It's running an IRC server. I used to run my dial-up. How's the battery going? Yeah, anyway. So in 97 or something, I I decided to buy another PC. You know, I think from memory, I was running Windows 97 on that PC, but I was using Linux on this one, on the original one. So one day a friend pointed this out to me, and I switched from Windows to Linux, and this is now a Windows-free zone. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, what else? Okay, the machine I bought, what isn't here right now, to upgrade from this one, it blew up. I bought two more machines since then, and they both blew up. Okay. This one's still going from 94-ish. There's still components in there. You can see the dust and all that crap. Disk drives don't work and stuff. The only way you can boot it is off the hard drive, which makes it difficult to upgrade. Okay, but that's when the other machines blew up, I bought this one. This one's a refurbished machine from a company called Green PC. Well, they take computers from companies that are upgrading their machines, that throw out their old machines and refurbish them and give them to, or sell them to, help people with healthcare cards for something like $100 or something. Very cheap, very nice. I was running on that for a long time. It's a 633 megahertz Intel machine, I think. That's been going okay, but I've been running out of memory and stuff, and so the other day, a couple of months back, in fact, I upgraded to this particular machine. It's an AMD 4000 plus, 1 gig of RAM. What is it? NVIDIA 6000 something card on board. It's got a whole bunch of stuff that I'm really impressed with, but which I can't get working just yet. And the reason I shelled out the extra money for the dual core was because I wanted to learn how to program in multiple CPU environments. But that's an aside. I didn't really spend a lot of money on this particular machine, and the reason I don't spend money on a great deal of money on machines these days is because I like having a simple programming environment which makes it which forces me to optimize my code in a particular way. Okay. What else can I say about it? Oh, I've got my amp here. My I don't know if you can see that. It's a 200 watt amp with 100 watt speakers, floor standing speakers. I've got the Tape 2 output of that going into the computer and back again, so I can listen to all my stuff on the computer, as well as listening to TV and stuff. It all just mixes in. Networking. Okay, here's my networking stuff. I got here's my modem. First of all, the last dial-up modem I had. It's a it's a Courier or something. It's one of the best. Yeah, the Everything Courier. Costs a lot of money because people who like modems like industrial strength stuff. But anyway, dial-up's gone, and here's me ADSL, and a 4-port switch combined with a wireless LAN, which I'm actually hoping to set up a wireless network with the guy across the road from with. Wonder if that's about it. Yeah, I've run over time anyway, so shit. See ya.